Alright guys, I'm just about to have a meeting with an Australian entrepreneur, Lepre. Let me just show you who he is. He started off as dropshipping. So I'm having a meeting with one of his assistants. Just some guy who did what I'm currently doing a few years ago, and now he's very successful. He's had himself on the news, selling his courses on drop shipping. Did alright for himself, using Facebook ads. Just some dude who's put in the work. Ecom Warrior Academy, and now he is selling. Now he is doing affiliate marketing. Don't know exactly what he's doing, but digital client accelerator. Launched the program in 4 weeks. Signed his first client for $3,000. $42,000 in 3 weeks. Really? Closing clients, hey? Sounds like sort of Dan Locke, high-ticket client sales program. Looks like they're using Facebook Messenger. They wanted me to watch a video, got the link, stopped working after a day. Apparently it's a 40-minute video. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and wait for the phone call. Should have started 5 minutes ago at 11. It is now 11:05. What are you doing, Matthew? Why are you making me wait and postpone my microblog? So I'm going to go and pause it and wait for Venessa to give me a call, and then let you guys join me on the conversation. Alright, here we go. Hello.
Oh, hey Alex, it's Venessa from Lepre. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I hope that's all good with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Awesome. I thought I'd give you a text as a little heads up as well so you weren't left in the dark. But yeah, whereabouts in Australia are you, Alex?
I'm in Brisbane at the moment, but I am planning to move into Gold Coast once I get my life sorted out.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you ever lived there, or it's always been like a goal for you?
Gold Coast, I've got a friend there. I tend to go there on breaks, and just want to change the environment a little bit, and just started doing some stuff online and come across you guys. I've actually seen Matthew's Ecom Warrior stuff a couple of years ago, so I followed him for a few years, and yeah, just curious to know what you guys, how to get started on the next project.
Oh, amazing. And so did you do the Ecom Warrior Academy before, or?
No, I was busy. I kind of went bankrupt with my other businesses, so I was busy trying to sort that out, and just recently kind of started looking at various business ideas on the internet.
Oh, amazing. Cool. Well, actually, that's great that you let me know. I was going to ask you, like, what motivated you. But, Alex, I also did just need to quickly mention that we do record these just for quality and training assurance as well.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. And just like a little bit about me, so I'm one of Matt's head advisors here, and basically I just help him and ensure that the students that are enrolled are the best fits for the program. So just regarding that training video that you watched, was there anything that you liked or that stood out for you about it?
To be honest, I tried clicking on the link this morning and it didn't pop up, but I've got some idea of what you guys do, and I've looked at high ticket closing sales and affiliate marketing and all the other startups that are out there.
Awesome, Alex. So you feel like you're pretty well versed when it comes to like online services or those types of things?
Yes, I mean I'm still in early stages. It's a learning curve, but yes, I've got a rough idea what's happening.
As long as you understand, like it's not selling physical products, you know, like e-commerce. It's more like you said, affiliate marketing or start an agency to help other businesses. You know, becoming a coach, selling a course, things like that, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And regarding the skill set and things for that, that's all good. Like, that's where we come into it. But as long as you kind of have a brief understanding. But yeah, Alex, look, it is great because there's literally an option for everyone, even if you are like completely new or don't have any pre-existing skills or even that much experience or time. But we did just want to quickly know, like, if you were to be accepted into the mentorship, are you the main decision maker, or did you need to run it by someone else?
No, I am the main decision maker. Yep.
Awesome. And Alex, you mentioned that you heard about Matt like a few years ago. So was that like on Instagram, and not like, did you say 2 or 3 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago. I think he had some really good Facebook ads running. So yeah, it was Instagram, and he was featured in a news channel or something. So he was pretty popular a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Awesome. Fair enough. Well, look, Alex, how this one kind of goes, I'll start off by asking a couple more questions. You've already filled me in a little bit, but yeah, just think about your current situation and what your goals are, because once I know where you are and where you want to go, we'll come up with a roadmap on how to get you there. Is that cool?
It is, yes.
Awesome, because if I think that, you know, we can help you, I'll definitely recommend moving forward with that. And I can process the enrollment at the end of the call, but if I don't think that Matt's going to really be able to help, or if I just don't think it's going to be the right fit, I'll simply tell you not to go ahead. But obviously still wish you the best. Is that all good?
It is, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Alex, because look, the only thing that Matt does hold us to, though, is just at the end of the call, if you are accepted, it will just need to come down to a yes or no answer. It's just since the new program is predominantly a one-on-one mentorship, we can only take on a limited number of students at a time, and we can't guarantee any future slots. So that's the one thing that does hold us to. It's just that a decision should be made on the call. Is that going to be all good, Alex?
It is, yes.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. So I guess you've already touched on it a little bit, but like, yeah, what was like the biggest motivator for you wanting to learn how to start like your own client base?
Well, basically, I've been working at different jobs for the last few years. After I had a printing business for like 5 years, and then I lost that and tried working different jobs. Didn't really like it, so I am committed. I've kind of full-time online right now doing the research, trying to create multiple streams of income and take this seriously because I know there's a future on the internet, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, amazing. That's awesome. And I'm sorry to hear about like the art business not doing so well, but it's great to hear that, you know, you're like onwards and upwards. So it's a great mindset to have, Alex.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. And so are you working at the moment, or what are you doing with yourself?
No, not working at the moment, just on the computer every day.
Cool, that's so great. So just building up those skills.
Yep, building up an online presence, seeing what's working, what's trending. Sort of currently looking at like how people are using AI to build businesses and do their marketing.
We are loving that at the moment as well. Something that we'll be definitely incorporating as well.
Yeah.
That's really excited about the whole AI. It's great to know that you're in the know as well about all of that. So, like, it sounds like you have quite a lot of time and commitment to put into this sort of mentorship. So, we say at least like 5 to 10 hours a week. How many hours would you say you could put in?
Just depends. So you mentioned it's a one-on-one mentorship. Is that with yourself or Matt or who is it?
Yeah, so Alex, basically the way that it will work, you would have watched the training, oh no, the training video didn't work. Well, anyway, so our head coach, he's our millionaire head coach, but he was actually one of Matt's students not that long ago, Alex.
Yep.
So his name is Alex. So basically that's your coach, and then Matt basically speaks with Adam and works with him on all of the businesses. So we help create business plans on those mentorship sessions as well. So Matt has a lot to do with those business plans and running numbers and everything. But basically the way that it does work is Adam is the head coach, and then Matt basically works in the background.
Yeah, awesome. How much time will I be able to put into it? I guess as much time as you need me to. If you accept me for the program, I will commit 100%, and if it works out, great. If not, I'll just keep moving forward. There's plenty of options online on how to generate income.
That's exactly right. Awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's really great to know. And with your goals, obviously at the moment, it's high ticket clients that we work with. So our sales are about $3,000 to $5,000 each, and because they are all free strategies that we teach all of our students, Alex, it is all profit. So with that in mind, what were you wanting to achieve in the next 6 months?
Next 6 months, creating multiple streams of income, and yep, just building on that, creating a foundation, creating multiple streams of income. I don't have a value of like income in mind, but right now I'm still looking at options, just trying to make that first dollar and just working on that.
Growing it from there and
Yep.
scaling, of course. And so, well look, let's say you even got 2 clients on board a month, that's still like in 6 or even 10K a month. And that's not something too far out. It's something that all of our students achieve within just a couple of months. So let's just figure, confirm a figure, because at least we know where we want to get to. And it's something that we should, discuss with the coach as well. It's also just good to have in your mindset. But of course we can always scale, Alex. So it's not just like, a figure that we need to stick to. It's just like our first goal that we want to reach. So why don't we say like about 10K a month? That's only like 2 or 3 clients. Would that work for you?
Yeah, 5 to 10K a month. If I put in, a couple of hours a day, I'd be very happy with that for sure.
Amazing. Like, to put it into perspective, like our number 1 student at the moment, his name's Chris, and he's on 300K profits per month now, working with Matt for only those 6 months. And imagine you did 1% of that. That's still 3K profit a month. So it's still happy days. So definitely 5 to 10 is more than possible. So Alex, if you were able to get that 5 to 10K a month, working from home or wherever you want to work really online, like how would that feel for you?
Yeah, it would be amazing. I've got some pretty ambitious goals.
Yeah?
So 5 to 10 would be a great start for me, definitely.
Oh, great. And so what are like some of those goals?
Well, the shop that I used to have in Brisbane City, has a lot of potential for creating like a great entertainment sort of recreational space for the community and the locals. So it's a big project. I'm slowly going to work towards that and spend a couple of years and hopefully try to get some investments before the Olympics and get that started.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. And are you into like the entertainment industry? Like you into music, or are you just like?
No, it's just I spent day and night working at this shop, and I met a lot of the locals in the area. So it's Wollongabba, just next to the Gabba Stadium in Brisbane City. And I was just frustrated that there's nothing to sort of help you relax. The roads are very noisy and like, yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of time brainstorming how to make the area more enjoyable for the locals to use, and I've spoken to like the local council guy who I've helped get into the Greens Party. So Jonathan Shree, he used me for printing in the first couple of months of his campaign, and then he managed to become one of the first Greens guys to get elected in Australia, I believe.
That's incredible. How good is that?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So he supports my mission. That was a couple of years ago, and then I've kind of just been stuck in the rut for the last few years, and slowly coming out of it now, and yeah, just trying to create a positive mindset and get into it.
Absolutely, I hear that. Also, so it sounds like you got some pretty big goals ahead, which is amazing. So it sounds like your life would look pretty different if you were able to make that 10K a month, hey?
Yeah, it's a start. It definitely would be a positive start. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we can scale from there. But I did just want to know, like, why Matt? You know, a lot of people can start off quite skeptical about making money online. Was there like a reason why you thought that Matt would be the best mentor for you?
He's so. I mean, sorry, just give me 1 sec.
Of course.
По телефону разговариваем быстрее. Yeah, so he's kind of someone that I'm trying to become. So I watched his progress, and I see he's put in a lot of work. He's been out there. I probably don't have the personality or the face to put myself out there on social media like that, but I definitely want to just put as much time and effort into starting an online business. And so I kind of look up to Matt at the moment. And him being a local person as well, so I'm pretty sure he lives in Australia. So
Yeah, it's in the Gold Coast actually.
yeah,
Could be your neighbour soon.
well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it'd be great to put in the work and maybe team up with Matt in the future, depending on what he's doing. So the market's constantly changing, and it'd be good to have people like him on your team to help you grow a business.
Absolutely, and just regarding like about putting your face out there, it's really up to you. So yes, you can be the brand or you can promote a brand, but there's not like any cut like face or type of person that should represent that brand either. So I don't want you to feel like it's not something that you couldn't possibly do. If you don't want to, that's fine, of course. What we can do is build up a really reputable brand and work off that. So it doesn't have to be like, hi, I'm Alex Talk and this is what I'm doing. That's totally fine. We can keep that all personal as well.
I mean, it's something I'm working on at the moment. So I've started recording myself and trying to create an identity and a personality that I could potentially grow into. So I guess once I succeeds, I'll be able to I'll be more comfortable with presenting myself to the public.
I love that. And well outside of your comfort zone and working on that skill as well, because, it's easy to just not. That's an easy thing to do. So well done. And absolutely, if you feel like in the future or during the, if this is the right thing for you, during those 6 months, maybe from the brand, we then start to immerse and work on you as the face of the brand as well. So it could be a transition as well. But you mentioned something about in the past having, a business which unfortunately didn't go so well. Was that an online type of business, or what was that?
So it was a printing shop that I ran for a couple of years. So there was a lot of face-to-face with customers. I helped a lot of like small business owners in the suburb. It wasn't an online business, but I had multiple small businesses running and had websites and used Google AdWords and Facebook ads and had all the social media set up. I had a lot of like people that worked on social media branding that were helping me. So I don't know. I guess it wasn't a online business.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of both. That's awesome that you dipped your toes in that though, so you have like a bit of an idea of how it does work when it comes to the online.
No, I've got some experience, but I've got experience in trying to do something, but as far as the online world goes and like ClickFunnels and all that, I'm still sort of learning the process.
Awesome. Oh, that's perfectly fine. And Alex, do you feel like with what you're currently doing, you'd be able to get to, that 10K per month, or do you feel like there's some changes you need to make to get there faster?
Like I said, if you guys take me on, I will commit 100%. And high ticket sales has been on my mind as well. I've used to listen to, I don't know if you know him, Dan Locke from Canada. He does high ticket sales. So it's a good sort of learning curve to learn how to talk to clients, and closing sales is something I want to learn as well.
Amazing. Yeah, it's definitely a great skill to have. Matt says always, like, if he wasn't doing business, he'd be doing sales, like just sales. So yeah, it's definitely a great skill, and it's something that's transferable to any type of business. So yeah, absolutely, it's great that you can see the potential of that.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for answering all those questions for me, Alex. I just want to check in and make sure that we're on the same page, just in terms of what I've heard from you so far.
Sure. Yep.
Cool. So when it comes to income at the moment, you are currently in between, businesses, but you are hoping to achieve about 10K per month in the next 6 months. Is that about right?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Awesome. And the reason for that is, you are hoping to, get some multiple streams of income happening, be able to have that flexibility to be your own boss again. But also have some pretty big goals as well, like buying a shop to really help the community there in Wollongonna and provide some entertainment for them as well. Is that right?
It is. Yep. Yep.
Beautiful. So before we do move forward, Alex, was there anything that I did need to know about where you are or what your goals are for the future?
No, I'm all in. I am, spending 10 hours a day on the computer looking for options. So you are the first that have reached out and I have spoken to. So no, I think we've covered everything. So yeah.
Awesome. That's great, Alex. And from this point forward, normally we do see people go into two different directions. The first is they don't make that change and everything does stay the same, keep getting the same results that they've been getting for like the past 3 years. And the second direction is people do make that change and they commit to it and they execute on it. Then they can actually see that their goals and what they wanted to achieve is actually possible. So I guess what I'm trying to ask, like, what direction are you wanting to go in? You want to keep doing what you're doing, or are you ready to make that change?
I am making the change, so, and I guess I'm ready. I was ready a few weeks ago. Yeah.
That's great. And so, why do you feel like now is the right time, Alex, and not like, 6 months or a year's time even?
Because I don't know, I spent a few years doing the research online and looking at what everyone is doing, listening to a bunch of gurus and entrepreneurs, and I've just a couple of weeks ago started to put in the work, so something's happened in my life where I'm ready to do it now. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. So there's just been like a shift in your mindset and your energy. Is that right?
Yeah, I was just got frustrated that I haven't started, so I've actually sort of found a little hack for my mind, and I have been consistent for the last few weeks of doing research and trying to create something online. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you do say that you are, committed to making it happen. So, like I mentioned, we need at least the 5 to 10 hours a week. That's something that you definitely show up for, because it is a mentorship. Like, we need you to show up for your coaching course. Can't really.
I'm happy to do 5 to 10 hours a day right now.
That's amazing. If you could do that, you'd see incredible results much sooner as well. So that's really great.
Yeah.
So Alex, of course, you've been looking at a few different options, but really does come down to like two choices. You can either achieve your goals one or two ways. You go out on your own, of course, you go through all the trial and error, try to replicate what someone else has been doing for years, or you can basically copy and paste all of Matt's frameworks and follow a step-by-step process so that you can be successful and get to those goals at 10K, 20K per month, help the community, because Matt's already made this stuff up. He's spent millions of dollars trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So what would make more sense for you and where you're at the moment, Ali?
I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm happy to start. You did mention that it was, what did you say, it was about $500 to get started?
Yeah, well, we can get you started on 500, sure.
That's my only problem right now is I am in the process of trying to create some income to actually get started. So I'm happy to, I will need some time to get the money together. If it was 500 like the minimum, what do other people start with your program?
Okay, so the way that it does work, Ali, and I do just want to remind you, because it is that mentorship, so it's not like a course that everyone's selling online where they get like a bunch of videos and have to do the work on your own. It is that really immersive experience where you do work with your coach, and it does, require that consistent work, but basically we do have a couple of different investment options that we do, Alex. The first is basically, and I did just want to also mention, like, because we work so close with everyone, we guarantee the results. But let's say at the end of your 6 months, you don't have your return on investment. Matt will keep working with you for free until you do. But it's honestly never happened, Alex, because of the nature of the strategies that we teach, and because we also have accountability and development training, and we're also reviewing your numbers. So we set up your business, but we also allow ourselves 5.5 months to ensure that the business keeps scaling, so that it is successful and not just live over the business. You know what I mean? So we do manage to see if there's bottlenecks in the business prior to the 6 months as well, which is definitely attributed as to why we have such a success rate. But yeah, I just want to mention that guarantee, just so you know. But basically, there are 2 different investment options that we do, Alex, and the options are exactly the same. It's just that the investment amount is a bit different. So the first option is 15K. And then the second option is cheaper, so it's more of a partnership, and it's 8K and 5% of the revenue you make. So if Matt helps you make in your first few months, you'll get 5K. That's fine for them. That's just like an incentive to really help you more, but it's still 100% your business. So it's just like your mentor partner in the background. So out of those two options, for me, what I see a lot is the 8K and the partnership. But yeah, what would be more comfortable for you? And then I'll break down how the investment can work and payment plan options and all of that.
Well, I gotta make the $8,000 first in order to get started. So, and I am at very early stages. I'm not looking at getting a job, but I might have to. I'm gonna spend probably a few more weeks online trying to get started. And then if that doesn't work, I might have to get some sort of a part-time job to save some money. And I think I spoke to someone else. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I spoke to an app developer. They need like 20,000 to get started. So
Oh yeah, unfortunately for money, but that's why we do have the payment plan options, Alex. But of course, like for the repayment, you might need to do something. But basically, the way it does work is like the bigger the deposit, the smaller the repayment. So if you did do like, for example, your $500 deposit, what we can do, well, that would actually normally be $250 a week. But because of your situation and things, I can try to see if there's any way I can get that repayment down. But of course, maybe it's not the best option if we put that until you perhaps have something that's going to bring in the money. What our students do is pay off the rest of the program with the profits anyway. But you're not going to see that until maybe week 3, week 4, week 5, maximum week 6 of the program. So as you can see, we probably just need to figure out the first month for you. And then your clients should be paying off the rest anyway.
right. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if you can speak to how many people do you have working right now? Or, I mean, how many have you signed up in the last week or two?
Students? Not very many. To be honest, you'd be amazed at how many people don't qualify.
Yeah, right.
And the way it works, once it's for 6 months, basically we can't open up the spot until someone has graduated. So we've been kind of, it's like a daily basis thing, like we see where everyone's at, how many applications have opened up, and then we process from there. So for me this week, like I actually haven't signed anyone up just because they haven't really fit the criteria. It just wasn't like the right thing. But other than the finance situation, for me, like it's a no-brainer to work with you. So that's why I offered you the position.
Yeah, awesome. Like I said, my biggest challenge is going to be getting some money together. Even the $500, I guess that's part of my sort of drive of putting in the work is to, I want to see if I can actually make money online without any money, and I've been recording my process and kind of like uploading it on the internet.
That's really cool.
And I'm not sure, maybe you can speak to, was it Adam that you said was the coach? Maybe you can maybe you can speak to Adam or Matt and just tell them my circumstances. Like I am I'm a sort of like a good candidate for you guys, and I'm willing to put in the work, but I don't have the startup, and I am going to be recording everything that I'm currently doing and uploading it, so potentially, could be good marketing, or if I succeed.
Would love to have a testimonial or do an interview or follow your journey. That'd be so cool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the way that it will work, Alex, basically, once we are ready to do the enrollment, I'll book you in on onboarding course. So that's where you'll meet Alex. That's where you'll meet Adam. So figure out your niche and your business model. So that will be literally based on you, based on your experience, your personality, your skills. That can be basically right away, because once we've locked that in, we help you create a step-by-step plan, basically a business plan with that customized, tailored one-on-one session. And then, of want to automate it so you have a lot of freedom. But it is a 6-month immersion program, so we do work for 6 months, but like I said, it's going to be carefully designed for you. And there's no money that, you don't need to spend any money to grow the actual business. So you don't need to worry about like spending money on ads and products. We're going to teach you free strategies so that you can consistently make sales where the profit is the 3,000 to 5,000 per sale, so that you earn like and you hit your goal. So just time, Alex, like you should see the clients come through within definitely 5 to 2 months, but you should see it within weeks. So if you have something or can figure out a way to maybe even cover like $150 the next week, for the next couple of weeks, then I can possibly put you on like the $500 deposit and then start like 150 maybe in 2 weeks to give you some time. And then perhaps if you can somehow gather a couple more hundred just to look after that next week, I'm pretty confident that you wouldn't need to worry about your finances, because that would bring us to like week 4 or week 5, in which you should have 1 or 2 clients on your books by then.
Right, so what does $500 cover? Is that, so that's time with Adam, him teaching me what to do, and just like, trying to figure out what my best clientele is, and like you said, the niche.
Exactly, so if we did that today, it would, 1, secure your position in the program, so we wouldn't need to worry like in 3 weeks' time if maybe there's no spot, but then you're ready. So 1 is secure that, and 2 is get you started, so it actually get you everything. You get access to your coach, we'd figure out your niche and your business model and start setting up the business from there. Sure. So it's not like, $500 only gets you access to half of it. No, it actually gets you access to all of it. And then, like I said, I'm happy to maybe push the repayments back a few weeks, give you a little time. And by week 4, week 5, definitely week 6, you would have had a client or 2 on your books. So that's going to cover a bit more of the program, and then of course you'll see it build from there.
Yeah, well, awesome. I mean, I'm definitely keen to try something and build some skills that I could use in the future. I mean, I've got some bills and loans that I'm currently paying. That's why I'm being a bit stingy with the money. But I could do 150 for now to get started. It's just gonna, it's up to you. After talking to me, I'm sure you can see that I'm pretty keen to get started on something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you're a great person, camster, and also like on just a person level. Like, I think you really do great in this sort of industry, and you'll get along really well with Matt and Adam. So the only thing is though, I would have to do the minimum deposit of $500 in order to get you started. But if we did a little less, what it would be is called a holding fee.
Do you really need the 500? If I put in 5 to 10 hours a day, I mean, surely if you can talk to these two, you can talk to Adam and Matt and get me started.
Well, it's just that it would cover their time, because of course their time, like, I don't know, that's like $2,000 per hour or half hour or something, and Adam is a little bit less, but still quite dear. So it's just basically the 500 covers their time, but we still give you access to everything. Now, if we did like $100 holding fee, what that would be is still good because we can secure your position, but we wouldn't be able to basically get you onboarded until we've got it 500. So if we did like $100 a week or something until you get the 500, then we can start it from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get the $500, and I want to get started now. So.
Yeah, I know, and it'd be so great because you'd actually be, killing it. You already have, the drive and the experience, and just need the guidance.
Yeah.
Well, look, Alex, if you want, we can do the holding fee. that means that you'll have your position there, even if it does take like a week or even a few weeks, unless, otherwise it's just basically left to chance. Might be a little risky as well.
Well, you said you guys are recording this conversation, so maybe you can play it back to Adam, just so he could have a listen to what I'm saying, and then, currently I do not have any funds that I can invest into it. If you could maybe send me the video again that I was supposed to watch before talking to you.
Okay, yeah.
And just an overview of what the $500 covers, and I will probably spend the next few weeks trying to figure out how to get the money together.
Awesome. And you have my number. Message me, and I can always have a look, see if there's a spot for you, and basically, do your enrollments, you can hit the ground running. But I think it would be a better idea if we wait, so that you're not in any sort of, financial pressure or anything.
No, like I'm happy after talking to you. I'm happy to give it a trial. Is it because Adam is the only coach that you guys have at the moment? What's up with the positions and stuff?
Yeah, so Adam, and we are currently working on getting someone else on board, which is going to ensure that, obviously the coach is of the highest quality, so Matt doesn't want to just get anyone. But the way it works is, depending on who's available and things, you kind of book yourself in. At the moment it is just Adam, but we are looking at getting someone else, so hopefully in like a few weeks at least means maybe we have a bit more positions if we have another coach on board as well.
Okay. What else was I gonna say? How long? I was gonna ask you. How long has Matt been doing this? When did he start this type of business? Or how long have you been working for Matt?
First, great question. So, this is relatively new. It's basically like this online service space, like 1 or 2 years old. So that's how long he's been doing that, but he's been running his business for 7 years, is when he started. And I've worked with Matt for about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, awesome. Were you the one that...
Yeah.
Did you remember how he had an article in the news about him trying to hire someone? Was that you?
Oh, I remember that. No, so he actually hired another PA, but I do work really close with Matt as well. So sometimes I kind of do a bit of that type of work for him as well. But no, that was someone else, but she decided to keep her identity private. And she's actually, so she was more like a personal assistant.
I actually sent him, I think an email or something, or filled out that form. But I knew I wasn't gonna get it. That news, that thing that went viral with him trying to hire someone. It was
amazing.
It was all over the internet. It was crazy.
I know. It was mental, and he did find someone, and it actually worked out really great. But he's pretty awesome. He will give the opportunity to people to travel with him if it makes sense for the business and stuff.
Yeah, awesome. I think he was traveling the world, sort of teaching people on dropshipping, doing a course on dropshipping. That was a trend back then.
That's what I initially worked with him on, was that program as well. But I've worked with lots of different roles with him. He's just such a great guy that I'm just happy to do whatever, help out the business, and it's been incredible seeing it grow, but it's been even more incredible seeing all the students' results and hearing them,
awesome.
I get to speak with them time.
Well, I'm glad you're on his team. Sounds like he's actually put in the work and managed to figure out how to get this all together, and looks like he's still growing and building a team, which is great.
He's still scaling every day. It's amazing. It's amazing, and yeah, honestly, it's such a great place to work as well. So yeah, I love it. There's no complaints here, that's for sure.
All right. So what are we doing? So you want me in? I wanna join your team, but you guys need a $500 deposit. Is that where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
And are you gonna make me wait a couple of weeks so I can get that money together, or is there a way we can sort of get this going a little bit quicker?
I'm happy to definitely chat to the guys, and put forward the application. But normally, like that's the best option, unless of course this is a finance option. But I just don't know if it would qualify because usually you need to be like working part time or full time for them. Otherwise, I would have opted that a little sooner because pretty good option. We give you basically the deposit, and then we want like a small repayment for that, and then it's only like $60 a week for the finance option as well.
Because part of my
so that one's like,
sorry, I was just gonna say part of my I've started a vlog, and part of the vlog is me actually trying to make my first dollar online. So it's gonna defeat the purpose of borrowing money or getting a job. I'm committed to like doing the research and trying to figure out how to make that first dollar on the internet.
that's awesome.
So it's gonna take me a few weeks to get that $500. If not, yeah, I'm hoping in 2 to 4 weeks I'll figure out how to make that first dollar. I'm actually looking at affiliate marketing and dropshipping, but growing your social media takes a long time when you first start.
Oh, it does, I know. Yeah, for sure. That's why people do like those giveaways, but now it's like no one even cares about it as much anymore. But yeah, well look, I think that's a great plan. I think it's like responsible as well, so we're not putting you under too much pressure. What I'll do, you have my number. Why don't you reach out in a week or two, whenever you see that come through. I'll also put like a reminder in my calendar to maybe touch base in like a month if I haven't heard back and if there's a position. But yeah, you can always check with me, see how we're going, and when you're ready, we'll just do that $500 deposit and put you on the lowest repayment possible per week. Like I said, give us a month or two and you'll see it's going to pay for itself.
No, awesome. I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try and stick to the plan of making my first dollar online. If you could please have a chat with the guys if you get a chance, because I am all in. Like, I'm spending 10 hours a day on the computer doing my research and trying to put in the work.
That's amazing. Yay! Well, I really, really hope that it does work out, Alex. I'm definitely going to keep you on my radar. But yeah, you have my number, so if you haven't heard from me, don't feel, any which way. Just reach out, and I'm happy to have a look. Of course, I'm going to talk to the guys as soon as I can. And then, yeah, if I get any traction or any movement from them, of course I'll give you a call sooner and let you know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Vanessa.
Thanks so much, Alex. It was great to chat with you and get to know you a bit, and hopefully we'll chat soon. And I'll send that training video for you now as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. Alright, so that was a chat with Venessa from the Matthew Lepre team. Like I said, we're on a mission to make our first dollar online, and they want a $500 deposit, which I don't currently have. So we'll see if she decides to. I know she was Vanessa was sticking to her plan of trying to get me signed up with the minimum deposit of 500, but I'm secretly hoping that she will speak to the guy